Hello, welcome to my channel. So today let's recreate my most viral art. So this is the art that went viral over Instagram. This is the another variation of the same art. So now let's recreate this art because I received some DMs and comments. So let's recreate this. So it's pretty easy art to make. There are a lot of variations that you can achieve using the same things but a different style. So let's get started. So for that, first you either need a sketchbook because they are of a good GSM. This one is of GSM 140. For a bigger art, you can take a bigger sketchbook. Ideally, I wanted to make it like the similar way, so where I can write down a code of my choice. So that's why I'm taking this. Otherwise, you can also use this drawing book because it's comparatively stronger. The sheet is a little thicker compared to your regular notebook. So these are the two things, either of that will work. If you are using a regular notebook paper, since we're going to use water here, the paper will not withhold it. So that's why either you need a drawing book with good thick paper, or you can go with the sketchbooks, which are of 140 GSM generally. And then you need some markers. So right now for this video, I'm using these markers from this brand called Mala. So I'm just recreating this art in a much detailed video. So these are the pens I used here. So I'm also planning on making a series on this, so using a different kind of sketch pen. So you don't have to buy whatever is there, you can try making it, but I will try to make it work with the different sketch pens and also using different things. Please stay tuned and subscribe for more such amazing art videos, which are very easy. Even adults and kids can do it. They're not complicated. You don't have to have an artistic skills to do it. You need a plastic sheet for sure, and also you need some water spray. So I'm just keeping it ready here. So again, the plastic sheets, the type of plastic sheet you use will give you a different art. I'll get into that in detail. So let's grab our plastic sheet for today. So you must be having these kind of plastic covers, like either your online shopping or your clothing things usually come up. So this is how the plastic sheets are usually. So you can use it directly, or there's another variation in the plastic sheets. These are the softer ones, like if you can see, this very soft. uh, this one, it's a little hard and it makes this kind of sound. So these are the two variations of plastic sheets that you can use. So for today, this is the plastic sheet I'm going to reuse. I've already crushed it multiple times. You can see there's these lines that appear because I crushed it few times so that I can get a good pattern. Otherwise, I'm going to get a soft pattern and you'll not get these kind of crust effects. So that's why I usually like it that way. Just the same technique each time, you might end up getting a different output. So it's really fun making this. So let's grab our plastic sheet. Let's crush it a couple of times like this. So you have these good brushes made. So let's get started. So today I'm going to use this drawing book because that's what I used last time. Sketchbook I use only when I know that I'm going to use a lot of water. So if there are these kind of sketchbook or sketch pens which are not water based and they dry down so fast, then you have to use a lot of water. So for that I use this kind of sketchbook. Otherwise these are water based sketch pens. Even you can use your brush pens because they are also water based. So water based, as I said, when you're painting you can feel it is wet. So that's kind of it. Usually these sketch pens are very quick drying, so these kind of water based sketch pens, or you can use this kind of brush pens, so you get these watercolor effects. So if when you're using this you don't need a lot of water, so that's why I'm going in with this drawing book today. Now let's take my drawing book, and this is the cover I'm using today. And now let's start with the colors. Quickly go in with your colors, whichever pattern you like, and by your coloring make sure you're trying to diffuse a little bit, like I'm blending in like this. Otherwise there's going to be a gap and there's going to be this harsh separation of the colors. And I'm going in with the green. Go in with a random shape, not like a square or a rectangle. I'm going in with blue here. So this is the key. You just blend the colors like that slowly. Now you have to spray your water. You can be generous. You can be spraying a lot of water. That's fine. So it's a little lot. And optionally you can use a fan, just to make it dry on some places and make it wet on some places. It's totally an optional step, but I like that way. This little red color from the previous art, so I'm just rubbing it off so that it's not going to disturb my art now. And now it's too watery, so you have to be careful if you when you're imprinting. Just quickly place it like this. Blend, blend, blend. Just run your hand like this so that it's going to blend naturally, but still there are going to be these kind of water lines if you've seen. So just blend a little bit so that the cover is sticking to the paper on all the sides, and if you want you can just pull the color a little bit like this so that the shape is not very, the shape looks like a little scattered. Now when you already have these kind of water imprints, it's important to put the weight, otherwise you're not going to get it. Like once the paper is lifted, you're not going to get this. So that's why I'm quickly placing my weight on this and leave it for some time, at least few minutes. So by the time you're opening the sheet, there shouldn't be any wetness, so that way you're not going to disturb. And also the key thing is that if there's a lot of water when you're lifting the sheet, the water could be on the edge of the sheet and that could, blend out. I'll show you how that's going to turn, so let it soak for it some time. Now I'll show you the variation as I promised, like different variations that you can get out of it. So firstly, if you're not scrunching your cover, so this is how you're gonna get. So this one I made it, you can see only the water droplets and there's no crystal like structure. I did not scrunch my cover and I just placed it here, and so this is how it turned out. Every art in itself will turn out differently and beautifully, so there's nothing to worry. You can use anything that works for you. So this is how it turns out if you're not crumbling your cover. And this is the under variation, again without scrunching your cover, but with a lot of water. So this is how it's going to turn. So it is going to give you this soft watercolor effect, so there'll not be any harsh watercolors that is seen. So it's all blended out, if you can see. And then this is when again I used a lot of water, but I did not wait for it to dry. So when I lifted the cover, so this side the water started flowing in and disturbed the color this side. So this is the other variation, and this one is turned out again pretty. So again I did not do a lot of scrunching, but minimal scrunching was there, and I used a little more water so that I wanted this drop kind of effect on my art. So I placed my weight and I let it dry down, so that's why it turned out. Again, I wasn't very patient, so as you can see this dark color has flown, and this time I wanted to make a whole sheet out of it, so that's why I made it like this, and I've used a lot of colors here. So this is how it turned out. And this one, when I use these pastel shades of metallic shades, so they're a little dull, they're not dark and bright, so that's why you got your color like this. Again, here also I used a lot of water because the metallic brush pens are not as watery in consistency as your regular brush pens, so they dry down a little faster compared to your watercolors. So I had to use a lot of water. And this one is very special to me because I made this art, but my pet has walked all over it. So this is her art that she made. And this one, when I did not spray a lot of water, so that the colors were not diffused in. So as you can see, there's a lot of diffusing happening and the water droplets there. But here, the lines, the harsh lines has come up directly. So that's why it's important that you diffuse your colors like this. Otherwise, you're going to get these kind of harsh lines. So that's that. And again, this one, when I made with the fast drying sketch pens, so I had to use a lot of water. So it's almost nothing I got out of it. So these are all the variations that you can get. Apart from that, my most beautiful variations are this. So I used minimum number of colors and minimum water, so that's why I got these droplet effects, again with a little bit scrunching of a plastic sheet. So that's why there's little crystal lines that formed out. So for the next time, I did not use a lot of water, so that's why it's all about the lines you see, but more than you see the lines, the crystal like structure, and less of this water kind of structure. So this is the other one. So the key important thing is you can work out with any kind of sketch pens you have until and unless they're like extremely drying, and you can work out things with any kind of plastic sheet again. But the only thing is, if you're using a lot of water, definitely they're gonna blend in fast. A lot of water, so all the colors are going to blend in too much, and this is what you're gonna end up with. And make sure you let it dry. There shouldn't be water, for example. So I'm just lifting it this way So all the water will be flowing down and will end up having it here. So that way the entire side of paper got a single color that blended in. Mostly the dark color is dominating here. This is what happens if they are fast drying colors. So the color is going to stay on the sheet. That is not going to imprint on your paper. So that's the issue with the fast drying color sketch pens. See, I used a lot of colors here, so that's why it dried up so fast. So if I have to make this work, I have to work it really fast, and then I have to use less number of colors. So I can use like 6 to 8, and then I can spray a little more water compared to the other time. So that way it's going to work. So if you see it's dried up on your cover, so the high chances that this is not going to imprint on your paper. So that's how you can figure out if your sketch pens or watercolor pens, whatever it is working or not. So now it's time to take off the weight slowly without disturbing the plastic sheet. So you can see this little bit of wetness still here and there. And yeah, the art has turned out really good, but I think there's no color here almost. So if you want to make a little corrections, you can still make it. First, I'm just making a little correction here. So that way, since this is a lighter color, I think it got dominated with the darker colors, but still it's okay. I think the paint has turned out really good. But since it's still wet, I'm going to keep my weight back and wait for a few more minutes. Take this. I think it's all dried down completely. Okay, it's definitely dried down completely. And the sheet is like free, it's not stick. The paper is a little wet still, so you can wait for it to dry down a little bit before you go in and write your code. So I really like it. It has turned out super pretty and it's too good. So now that it's completely dried down, I'm taking these brush pen and this kind of marker pens to write my code.